Alright, welcome back. In this video I will be introducing you to the workbook. The workbook is the section of the course X where you do your costing and where you prepare your bill of quantities. To create the workbook, if you take a look at these views that we have the dimension view and we have the workbook view. You can either click on workbook view here to create one, or click on workbook. You either click here or you click here, it will take you to the same destination. So if I click on workbook here, it will open a different view where I may need to create my workbook. And to create a workbook, I can click on the drop down menu here just the same way we added our drawing. I can click on add workbook, and then I can also generate my workbook from dimension groups. If I have created dimension groups and I have done some measurement, I can also import workbook from Excel, or even from if I have designed a workbook using also previous maybe in course X, you can also bring it in, or even from the BCIS. Alright, but right now we can just create a new workbook. I can click on add workbook here, and it will prompt me to give the details of the workbook by defining the properties. Since we are working on the warehouse, I can still create this by giving it a name, warehouse workbook. We can leave the default red library. The default red library is we're going to talk about later. If you have created red library in your course X and you want to link the red library to the workbook that you are creating, then you can select that, but there's nothing created yet, so it's still empty. So we can just give a name to the workbook and select the project just down here. Select default project, remember, and then click insert. Okay, this is a workbook. You can see it looks like Excel, and it also gives us an idea. This is how our bill of quantity will look like. You have the code column, you have the description column, you have the quantity column, you have the unit column, you have the rate column. Alright, so this is the workbook. So you can create different workbooks just like you created different you drawing files, and then you have them here. So, but one other key thing I need to mention here, the workbook are created in levels. It has levels, and you can have informations in different levels. I'll give you a quick example of what I mean by that. Let's assume that we are working on a new project, like a warehouse project. I can just put the name. This is the first level of the workbook right now. I can put that in caps, say warehouse project. Right. So for me to now populate what will be under here, I will just click on the row number of what I have, say this one. If I double click on it, it will take me to a new level. Under that new level, I can put in all the basic elements just like it will be in the summary sheet of your bill of quantities. Here I can put my substructure, I can put my structure, I can put my structure completions, just example. Right, so under substructure we still have other key things that we need to do, and we need to have them under substructure. You can create another level, double click here, and then it will open for you. So under the substructure here you can have maybe we have our site preparation. You can decide to remove the cap, site preparation here. Alright, so under site preparation you can decide to create another level as well to have all the measurements in your site preparation. So here, remember, we can have our removal of trees. That is when you have done some measurement, you can transfer them now into this way you do your description, and it will be on the site preparation. So I can say removal of trees, just a quick example, and maybe you can just give this a here. Maybe the next item here we can have site clearance, so on and so forth. This is just a quick example, right? And then if we want to go back to the level that we had before, we just click on return to level. Click here and it takes you back to what you had here, and you automatically will see that one highlighted in blue. That's to show you that there is something under site preparation. I can go back to the substructure by clicking here to return there, and you will see there is still one here. The one is still also in blue. If you go back again, you'll see the warehouse. So once you see the blue color of the numbers, it means that there is something inside here. All right, I hope this makes a lot of sense to us. And the reason why we have to create the workbook is to enable us transfer the quantities of what will be measured into the workbook, and at the same time be creating our bill of quantities and other basic costings. I hope this makes sense. So in the next video, we'll start off with our measurement proper, and then we'll take it up from there. All right, see you then.